Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Grace and I'm the crochet designer behind Stitchberry. I share all of my crochet patterns for free on my blog, stitchberryblog.com, and here on my channel I like to share more behind the scenes cozy crochet related content, and this specifically is my podcast where I like to share all about my projects and other crafty things. Obviously I'm a crochet designer, so I share all about my crochet designs and just the process of designing them. And I also like to knit, so I like to share my progress on those projects as well. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, we'd love for you to subscribe. And yeah, I'm working really hard on posting more consistently, so we're working on it and we're getting better. Go ahead and grab a nice little drink. I'm working on my coffee from this morning. I made like a honey and cinnamon latte. It is so delicious. And grab a project to work on, and let's talk about my projects. Today is a really exciting episode. I have a ton to share with you, as well as a finished design that I've been working on for a little bit, as well as a brand new crochet pattern that I just released. So let's get into it with finished projects. I only have one finished project for today, but this is a design that I crocheted, obviously, and it is by far one of my favorite projects I have ever made to date. It is it is my favorite design. When I put it on for the first time, it was just so amazing. Like, that sounds so cheesy to say, but like, words cannot describe like how good I felt when I wore it. So let me show you. It is the Lilith cardigan. It is this beautiful cropped cardigan that has, let me adjust it, that has this bow tie detail in the front, so it just brings the cardigan together nicely. And the cardigan has this beautiful stitch, and it has this really subtle scalloped border around the sleeves and the bottom of the cardigan. It's really hard to show that. There we go. It is so beautiful. I recently got some photos and video of this cardigan for the pattern, so I will insert some of those so you can see me wearing it and just see how it fit. I love this cardigan. I know that this will be such a staple piece in my wardrobe throughout spring and summer. It's so lightweight, it's so breathable, and it's just going to be so perfect on days when it's not like cold but it's cool and I just want that added layer. It is so versatile in how you wear it. It's perfect for putting over a dress or like a tank top or something, so it is just super versatile. I absolutely adore this piece. I have not started writing the pattern yet. I've just been so busy with, there are just so many other things that I've been working on that I just haven't had the chance to write the pattern yet, but it is coming. Hopefully I can start working on it next week, and sometime in June send out a tester call for this pattern. And if you want to be notified about the tester call, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I announce all of that over there. But hoping to release this pattern, I would love to in July. I don't know if it'll happen July or early August. That's the goal. So really love this cardigan. So happy with how it turned out, and I cannot wait to wear it this season. And I forgot to tell you what yarn I'm using for this pattern. I am using Drops Saffron in color 72. It is a really nice cool white color. I really love this yarn. It's my first time using it, and I was more skeptical about just the softness. It's soft, but it doesn't have just this like really smooth buttery soft, and after wearing the cardigan I can say I do really love this cotton for garments. The drape is amazing. It's just a really nice cotton, and it's pretty affordable as well, and it comes in a lot of really great color options. So I am looking forward to crocheting more with this cotton in the future. And I do have one more finished project. I crocheted a book sleeve for my mom for Mother's Day. I already gifted the book sleeve to her, so I will insert a photo of what it looked like. I was using my Louise book sleeve pattern. It turned out really nice. I gave her a set of 3 book sleeves, and she really loved them. She told me that she already used one of her book sleeves, so I was really happy to give that one to her. And it was just such a fun, quick little project to make, as well as it was great for using up scraps. Also very happy to have that project and able to give that to her. Okay, now that is all of the finished projects that I have for today. So now we can move into WIPs. So starting off with just a simple sock project, I'm working on knitting a pair of socks for my father for Father's Day. So last time I showed this project, I was afraid that it was going to be too big, and I kept knitting on it, but then the more I knitted on it, I was like, no, it's gonna be so big, and they are already going to stretch over time and after wear. So I decided to rip it out about 5 days ago, and I have this much done in like 5 days, which for me is insane. Granted, it has been pretty much my main project just because it's been so simple and easy, but also I am trying to get them done, so I've just put a lot more focus into them. But they're turning out so nice. I did 48 rounds for this sock, but they are turning out so nice, and this pair is just working up so fast. And I think it's because I did decrease it by 4 stitches. It is just going by super fast. I'm using Patons Kroy sock yarn. I forget what color it is, but it is obviously a blue color, and I'm holding it double to get more of like a DK weight sock. He obviously has very big feet, so I will probably never knit him fingering weight socks just because that will take forever, and you know, this one is working up really quickly, so yeah, really happy with that. I'm not sure how much longer. Probably almost done with the foot. Maybe about 15 or so more rounds of the foot, and then have to do the toe, but almost done with this one, so that is super exciting. And then I can cast on the other one, and hopefully that one will go by really fast. I do still have a month, but I would like to obviously finish this sock in May and then start the other one and get through the leg in May as well. I think it's doable to get these done, especially if they're one of my main focus projects and it's already super simple to work on. I think it is definitely doable to getting them done in time for Father's Day. My next WIP, I don't have really anything to show for it. I literally just started it yesterday, and I did like 1 row and a couple stitches up the next row, and then I decided I wanted to work on the socks. So for my friend whose birthday is in June, she has been wanting a crochet shrug top bolero type thing. It's something that I've always wanted to crochet, but I knew that I wasn't going to wear enough to justify making one for myself, and so I asked my friend, I was like, hey, would you like one? Because I want to crochet one of these, but I know that I won't wear it, and I know that that fits into her style. And she was like, yes, please, I would love to wear that. So for her birthday in June, I am crocheting her the shrug. I'm using the Trellis Shrug, I think is what it is, by Crab Able Crafts, and I am making some modifications to it. First one being, I'm using a fingering weight yarn instead of the DK weight yarn that the pattern calls for, and the reason being is I had like 5-ish balls left of the Drops Saffron from the Lilith cardigan, and she wanted a white one to begin with, and I already had this yarn, and I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I would have enough of this yarn to make her one, and it'll just be even more lightweight, which is perfect for spring and summer. So I did go down a hook size to a G 4mm just to account for the lighter weight yarn. This is all I have. Again, not much to show for. I am very, very excited to get this going just because it will be a really great mindless project once I get through the first few rows and figure out the patterns. Will be just another great mindless project to have, as well as it's also nice, as well as it is also really nice to work on a crochet project that is not a pattern that I'm creating. It is very rare that I will crochet something following someone else's pattern just because crochet is such a work-oriented thing for me. And so I am really excited to really get this project going just because it's a great palette cleanser as far as crochet projects, just because I can be a little bit more brained off with this and I can just follow the pattern. So far, I mean, I know I'm only like one row into it, but so far I am enjoying the pattern. She has a ton of photos included in the pattern, which is obviously always appreciated. So yeah, really, really excited to continue working on this. I'm really hoping to make some more progress on this week. Really, my goal is to just get it started and get it into a good, easy point where I'm comfortable crocheting it. Okay, my next project is a design, which this sort of will go into news and announcements and things just like happening that I'm so excited to announce. But I will show you the project and then we'll kind of explain why I designed this, and yeah, something super exciting that's going to be happening on Instagram in a few weeks. So I'm designing another book sleeve pattern. This one was really, really fun to crochet. I'm not quite done with it. I need to get a button to sew on because I do have a button loop, so that'll just fold right over and fasten right there, which I think will be really, really cute. And this pattern also has this cute little granny square flower pocket, so you can put pens, bookmarks, anything else that you would like to have when you're reading your book, you can put in here, as well as it has this adorable little scalloped border that is on the top of the book and the top of the pocket. So I think that that ties it in really, really nicely. I am using We Crochet Dishy in, you know, this is Swan Honeydew Blush. And then I forget what the yellow color is. I was doing so good until the yellow, and I forget what that one is, but it's just the basic yellow on there. So anyways, you might be wondering, Grace, you just designed book sleeves. Why are you designing another book sleeve? Well, for the month of June, I'm going to be hosting my first ever crochet along, or also known as a cow, and it is called the Crocheters Summer Reading Cow. I am so excited about this. Again, it is my first time hosting a cow, so I'm definitely really nervous, but I'm also excited to be doing something that just brings this community together even more. So basically what this cow is for the month of June. For anyone who wants to participate in this cow during the month of June, you crochet a book sleeve, at least one. It can be as many as you want. It can be following one of my patterns or any other pattern, or just making up your own, just a book sleeve, and you read a book. And again, there's not a specific book that you need to read, just any book that you want to read. It can be fiction, it can be non-fiction, whatever. It just has to be a book, and crocheting a book sleeve for the month of June. And that is basically it. It's just a really fun way to read books alongside other people, as well as crocheting along with other people. So it's super chill, super easy, super laid back. I have a whole highlight saved on Instagram with questions and just more details, so be sure to check that out, or my blog post down below. I also have more details in there. So I thought for the cow, it would be really fun to design a special book sleeve for this cow. And so that is why I'm designing this book sleeve, and I think it'll just be really fun. Obviously, you don't have to crochet this book sleeve. It can be any book sleeve, but just a fun little thing to make the cowl even more special. So really excited about that, and again, really nervous. If you would like to participate, most things are going to be happening on Instagram. There's still some details that I need to figure out, but yes, be sure to follow me on Instagram as I'll have more updates over there. And since we are kind of already in news and things like that, I did just want to let you know that I have a new pattern that released, I think, last week, and that is the Florence bandana. Here she is in all of her glory. You guys have seen this pattern so many times. I've been working on this one since January, so I'm so happy to have this pattern out in the world. It is just the most perfect little spring summer crochet project, great for using up scraps, or you know, just crocheting a sweet little scarf for spring and summer. So anyways, did just want to let you know that this pattern is a free pattern available on my blog. I will have it linked down below, and you can see all of the details for the pattern in there. And as far as reading, I recently finished The Fury by Alex something. I forget, I'm so sorry. I will put the cover on the screen. And it was a pretty good book. I think I gave it like 4 stars on Goodreads, which I would actually probably give it more of like 3.5. This is my 3rd book that I've read of his, and The Silent Patient was the first one, which I actually think he just has 3 books out. The Silent Patient was so good all the way through. The Maidens, I really struggled until like the last quarter of the book, and then as it was picking up and just all of the plot twists and things, then that's when it got really interesting. And that's how I feel about this one. Like, I was struggling to get through it just because it was, I don't know, I just struggled to get into it, but then I was really engaged the last like quarter of the book, like right at the end of the book, as everything is unraveling, you know, you're figuring out the mystery and stuff. So it was like a 3.5. I think it is a good book, but just for some reason not necessarily for me, but I would still recommend it. And I just started an audiobook this morning. I have a love-hate relationship with audiobooks. I love them, but also I'm very specific about audiobooks. I've learned that I don't really like listening to fiction. I've listened to plenty fiction audiobooks, but for some reason I like to reserve audiobooks for nonfiction. I love listening to autobiographies and things like that. As an audiobook, I just find it more interesting just because it feels more like a conversation and almost more like a podcast. So I just started this morning Glossy, which is about Glossier, the beauty brand, as well as the founder, Emily, I think. So yeah, I'm a little over an hour into that, and it's super interesting and I really like it. I'm weirdly into the whole beauty fashion industry while also not. It's just really interesting to listen to so far. So I'm only an hour in, but I am enjoying it so far. And I think that that is all that I have for today. There are so many exciting things happening besides the scene between the cowl, working on the cardigan. I have just so many things that there is not enough time in the day to do. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments what you are working on, and I hope you all have a lovely and cozy day.